In Virginia, what is the default speed limit in a business or residential district when no sign is posted? Option A, 20 miles per hour. Option B, 25 miles per hour. Option C, 35 miles per hour. Option D, 30 miles per hour. The correct answer is D, 30 miles per hour. Virginia law sets the default speed limit at 25 miles per hour in business and residential districts when no other limit is posted. Always look for posted signs, as local ordinances may set lower limits. In Virginia, what is the speed limit on a highway outside a business or residential district unless otherwise posted? Option A, 65 miles per hour. Option B, 55 miles per hour. Option C, 45 miles per hour. Option D, 70 miles per hour. The correct answer is B, 55 miles per hour. The default speed limit on highways outside business or residential districts in Virginia is 55 miles per hour unless a different limit is posted. Interstate highways may have higher posted limits. In Virginia, aggressive driving is classified as which type of offense? Option A, a Class 2 misdemeanor only. Option B, a non-moving traffic infraction. Option C, a civil penalty with no criminal record. Option D, a Class 1 misdemeanor or Class 6 felony if injury results. The correct answer is D, a Class 1 misdemeanor or Class 6 felony if injury results. Virginia's aggressive driving law, Section 46. 2 to 868. 1 classifies it as a Class 1 misdemeanor. If the aggressive driving causes an accident that injures another person, it becomes a Class 6 felony, one of the toughest classifications in the nation. In Virginia, how far must you park from a fire hydrant? Option A, 10 feet. Option B, 5 feet. Option C, 15 feet. Option D, 20 feet. The correct answer is A, 10 feet. Virginia law requires vehicles to park no closer than 10 feet from a fire hydrant. Parking closer can block firefighter access and result in a fine or towing. In Virginia, what is the BAC limit for non-commercial drivers 21 and older? Option A, 0, 8%. Option B, 0, 10%. Option C, 0, 5%. Option D, 0, 6%. The correct answer is A, 0, 8%. In Virginia, a BAC of 0, 8% or higher constitutes driving under the influence, DUI, for non-commercial drivers 21 and older. Commercial drivers have a lower limit of 0, 4%, and drivers under 21 face a 0, 2% limit. In Virginia, what is the zero-tolerance BAC limit for drivers under 21? Option A, 0, 8%. Option B, 0, 5%. Option C, 0, 0%. Option D, 0, 2%. The correct answer is D, 0, 2%. Virginia's zero-tolerance law sets 0, 2% BAC as the threshold for drivers under 21. A conviction results in license forfeiture for 1 year and a mandatory $500 fine or 50 hours of community service. In Virginia, what is the minimum age to apply for a learner's permit? Option A, 16 years old. Option B, 15 and a half years old. Option C, 14 years old. Option D, 15 years old. The correct answer is D, 15 years old. Virginia allows teens to apply for a learner's permit at age 15 and 3 months, 15 years plus 90 days. The permit requires a supervising driver who is at least 21 years old. In Virginia, how long must a teen hold a learner's permit before applying for a driver's license? Option A, 6 months. Option B, 12 months. Option C, 3 months. Option D, 9 months. The correct answer is A, 6 months. Virginia requires teens to hold a learner's permit for a minimum of 9 months, but many require 12. Per DMV rules, the permit must be held for at least 9 months before a skills test can be taken if under 18. In Virginia, What does the implied consent law require of drivers suspected of DUI? Option A. Consent to a field sobriety test only. Option B. Agreement to pay any fine without trial. Option C. Acceptance of a 30-day suspension without appeal. Option D. Submission to a chemical test of blood or breath. The correct answer is D. Submission to a chemical test of blood or breath. Virginia's implied consent law means that by driving on public roads, you automatically agree to submit to a chemical test, blood or breath, if lawfully arrested for DUI. Refusing results in a mandatory 7-day license suspension for a first offense and additional penalties. In Virginia, what is the penalty for refusing a breath or blood test after a DUI arrest? Option A. License suspension for 7 days on a first offense. Option B. A $100 fine with no license impact. Option C. Automatic 24-hour jail hold only. Option D. Immediate license revocation for 5 years. The correct answer is A. License suspension for 7 days on a first offense. A first offense refusal in Virginia results in a 7-day civil license suspension. A second refusal within 10 years is a Class 1 misdemeanor with a 3-year suspension. Refusal can also be used as evidence in court. In Virginia, what is the move-over law and what does it require? Option A. Slow to 35 miles per hour and move over one lane from stopped emergency or hazard vehicles. Option B. Move to the left lane and maintain speed past all stopped vehicles. Option C. Stop completely behind any flashing lights on the shoulder. Option D. Honk twice to warn stopped emergency crews and proceed normally. The correct answer is A. Slow to 35 miles per hour and move over one lane from stopped emergency or hazard vehicles. Virginia's move-over law requires drivers to move over one lane away from emergency, law enforcement, tow trucks, or highway maintenance vehicles stopped with flashing lights. If a lane change isn't safe, reduce speed to 35 miles per hour below the posted limit, or 35 miles per hour on a 35 mph road. In Virginia, what is the speed limit in a school zone when children are present and no other limit is posted? Option A. 20 miles per hour. Option B. 25 miles per hour. Option C. 15 miles per hour. Option D. 10 miles per hour. The correct answer is A. 20 miles per hour. Virginia sets a 25 miles per hour speed limit in school zones. However, many localities post 20 miles per hour or lower. When a school zone sign is present without a posted speed, 25 miles per hour applies. Always obey any posted lower speed. In Virginia, when must you stop for a school bus displaying flashing red lights on an undivided road? Option A. Only if you are behind the bus. Option B. Only if children are visible outside the bus. Option C. Traffic in both directions must stop. Option D. Only drivers within 200 feet must stop. The correct answer is C. Traffic in both directions must stop. When a school bus displays flashing red lights on an undivided road, all traffic in both directions must stop and remain stopped until the lights go off or the bus moves. Failure to stop can result in a $250 plus fine and 4 points on your license. In Virginia, on a divided highway with a median, must drivers on the opposite side stop for a school bus? Option A. No, only traffic on the same side and behind the bus must stop. Option B. Yes, all traffic must always stop. Option C. Only if the median is unpaved. Option D. Only during school hours between 7 a.m. and 4 p.m. The correct answer is A. No, only traffic on the same side and behind the bus must stop. On a divided highway with a physical median or barrier, only traffic traveling behind the school bus, same side, must stop. Traffic traveling in the opposite direction on the other side of the median is not required to stop. In Virginia, how many demerit points are added for a reckless driving conviction? Option A. 3 points. Option B. 4 points. Option C. 6 points. Option D. 8 points. The correct answer is C. 6 points. Reckless driving in Virginia adds 6 demerit points to your driving record, the maximum penalty. Reckless driving is also a Class 1 misdemeanor criminal offense, not just a traffic infraction, meaning it can result in fines up to $2,500 and up to 12 months in jail. In Virginia, what is reckless driving by speed? Option A. Driving over 80 miles per hour or more than 20 miles per hour over the posted limit. Option B. Driving more than 10 miles per hour over the posted limit. Option C. Any speed over 65 miles per hour on a highway. Option D. Driving 15 miles per hour over the limit in a school zone. The correct answer is A. Driving over 80 miles per hour or more than 20 miles per hour over the posted limit. In Virginia, reckless driving by speed is triggered by driving over 80 miles per hour, regardless of the speed limit, or by driving 20 miles per hour or more over the posted limit. This is a Class 1 misdemeanor, not just a ticket, and carries serious criminal penalties. In Virginia, what happens to your license when you accumulate 18 or more demerit points within 12 months? Option A. A warning letter is issued only. Option B. Your license is suspended for 90 days. Option C. You must complete a driver improvement clinic. Option D. Your license is revoked for 1 year. The correct answer is C. You must complete a driver improvement clinic. When a Virginia driver accumulates 12 points in 12 months or 18 points in 24 months, DMV requires completion of a driver improvement clinic. If 18 plus points are accumulated in 12 months, suspension may follow. The clinic removes 5 safe driver points. In Virginia, what is the minimum required liability insurance for bodily injury per person? Option A. 25/50/20. Option B. 30/60/20. Option C. 15/30/5. Option D. 50/100/25. The correct answer is A. 25/50/20. Virginia's minimum liability insurance is 25/50/20. $25,000 per person for bodily injury, $50,000 per accident for bodily injury, and $20,000 for property damage. However, Virginia also allows an uninsured motor vehicle fee as an alternative to insurance. In Virginia, what is the uninsured motor vehicle (UMV) fee alternative to auto insurance? Option A. A $500 annual fee that allows driving uninsured but provides no accident coverage. Option B. A $50 annual fee that provides full coverage for accidents. Option C. A $200 fee paid per traffic stop without insurance. Option D. A $1,000 bond deposited with the DMV annually. The correct answer is A. A $500 annual fee that allows driving uninsured but provides no accident coverage. Virginia uniquely allows drivers to pay a $500 annual uninsured motor vehicle fee instead of buying insurance. However, this fee does not provide any insurance coverage. It only grants the legal right to drive uninsured. Drivers remain personally liable for all damages. In Virginia, what does the correct hand signal for a right turn look like? Option A. Left arm extended straight out the window. Option B. Right arm extended straight out the passenger window. Option C. Left arm bent downward pointing to the ground. Option D. Left arm bent upward at the elbow at a 90-degree angle. The correct answer is D. Left arm bent upward at the elbow at a 90-degree angle. The hand signal for a right turn is the left arm extended out the driver window with the elbow bent upward at 90 degrees, forming an L shape pointing up. The left arm out straight signals a left turn, and left arm bent down signals slowing or stopping. In Virginia, how far must you park from an intersection without a crosswalk? Option A. 20 feet. Option B. 15 feet. Option C. 25 feet. Option D. 30 feet. The correct answer is A. 20 feet. Virginia requires parking no closer than 20 feet from an intersection without a crosswalk, and 20 feet from a crosswalk where one exists. This ensures visibility for both drivers and pedestrians at corners. In Virginia, how far must you park from a stop sign? Option A. 20 feet. Option B. 15 feet. Option C. 30 feet. Option D. 10 feet. The correct answer is A. 20 feet. You must not park within 20 feet of a stop sign in Virginia. Parking too close to a stop sign blocks the sign from view of approaching drivers and creates a safety hazard. In Virginia, when parking downhill on a street with a curb, which way should you turn your front wheels? Option A. Straight ahead, parallel to the curb. Option B. Away from the curb, toward the road. Option C. Into the curb, toward the curb. Option D. It does not matter which direction. The correct answer is C. Into the curb, toward the curb. When parking downhill with a curb, turn your wheels into the curb, to the right. If the vehicle rolls, it will roll into the curb and stop. Uphill with curb, turn wheels away from curb. Uphill or downhill without curb, turn wheels toward the edge of the road. In Virginia, what does a flashing red traffic signal mean? Option A. Slow down and proceed with caution. Option B. Treat as a green light after slowing. Option C. Yield to cross traffic and proceed. Option D. Stop completely, then proceed when safe. The correct answer is D. Stop completely, then proceed when safe. A flashing red signal is treated like a stop sign. You must come to a complete stop, yield to all cross traffic and pedestrians, and proceed only when it is safe to do so. In Virginia, what does a flashing yellow traffic signal mean? Option A. Stop and wait for green. Option B. Come to a complete stop before continuing. Option C. Yield only if pedestrians are crossing. Option D. Slow down and proceed with caution. The correct answer is D. Slow down and proceed with caution. A flashing yellow signal means slow down and proceed with caution. It does not require a complete stop, but you must be alert for crossing traffic or pedestrians and be prepared to yield or stop if necessary. In Virginia, what does a pennant-shaped yellow sign posted on the left side of the road indicate? Option A. A school zone is ahead. Option B. A curve warning for the road ahead. Option C. A railroad crossing is nearby. Option D. A no-passing zone begins. The correct answer is D. A no-passing zone begins. The pennant-shaped sign, pointing right, marks the beginning of a no-passing zone and is always placed on the left side of the road. It is used in combination with yellow center line markings to warn drivers not to attempt to pass. In Virginia, what is the correct action when approaching a yield sign with traffic present? Option A. Stop completely and wait for a gap of at least 10 seconds. Option B. Maintain speed and merge when possible. Option C. Slow down, be ready to stop and yield to crossing traffic. Option D. Speed up to match the flow of cross traffic. The correct answer is C. Slow down, be ready to stop and yield to crossing traffic. At a yield sign, you must slow down and be prepared to stop if necessary. You must yield the right of way to pedestrians and vehicles in the intersection or approaching closely. You only need to stop if traffic or pedestrians require it. In Virginia, what is the correct action when two vehicles arrive at a four-way stop at the same time? Option A. The vehicle on the left goes first. Option B. The vehicle going straight goes first. Option C. The larger vehicle goes first. Option D. The vehicle on the right goes first. The correct answer is D. The vehicle on the right goes first. When two vehicles arrive at a four-way stop at the same time, the vehicle on the right has the right of way. If vehicles arrive from opposite directions at the same time, the vehicle going straight has priority over the vehicle turning left. In Virginia, when may you make a right turn on a red light? Option A. Anytime there is no posted sign prohibiting it. Option B. Only when a police officer signals you to proceed. Option C. Only when the road is completely clear of vehicles. Option D. After coming to a complete stop and yielding to all traffic and pedestrians. The correct answer is D. After coming to a complete stop and yielding to all traffic and pedestrians. In Virginia, a right turn on red is permitted after making a complete stop and yielding to all pedestrians and cross traffic, unless a no turn on red sign is posted. The driver must stop completely. A rolling stop is not sufficient. In Virginia, when must you turn on your headlights? Option A. Only from sunset to sunrise. Option B. from half an hour after sunset to half an hour before sunrise and when visibility is less than 500 feet. Option C. Whenever it is raining regardless of visibility. Option D. Only when driving on unlit rural roads at night. The correct answer is B. From half an hour after sunset to half an hour before sunrise and when visibility is less than 500 feet. Virginia requires headlights from a half hour after sunset to a half hour before sunrise, and anytime visibility is less than 500 feet due to rain, fog, smoke, or other conditions. When wipers are in use due to precipitation, headlights must also be on. In Virginia, what must you do when wipers are in use due to rain or other precipitation? Option A. Use only daytime running lights. Option B. Turn on hazard flashers to warn other drivers. Option C. Turn on headlights. Option D. Reduce speed by half the posted limit. The correct answer is C. Turn on headlights. Virginia law, section 46. 2 to 1030, requires headlights to be activated whenever windshield wipers are in use due to rain, sleet, snow, or other precipitation. This improves visibility for other drivers and is a common DMV test question. In Virginia, when must you dim your high-beam headlights for an oncoming vehicle? Option A. Within 1,000 feet of an oncoming vehicle. Option B. Within 500 feet of an oncoming vehicle. Option C. Within 300 feet of an oncoming vehicle. Option D. Whenever you can see any headlights ahead. The correct answer is B. Within 500 feet of an oncoming vehicle. Virginia law requires dimming high beams within 500 feet of an oncoming vehicle and within 200 feet when following another vehicle. Failure to dim high beams is a 3-point violation and can cause temporary blindness in oncoming drivers. In Virginia, what is the minimum following distance recommended on a highway? Option A. 1 second rule. Option B. 2 second rule. Option C. 3 second rule. Option D. 4 second rule. The correct answer is C. 3 second rule. Virginia recommends the 3 second rule for following distance under normal conditions. Pick a fixed object ahead, and when the vehicle in front passes it, count 3 seconds. In adverse conditions, rain, fog, night, increase to 4 to 6 seconds. In Virginia, what is the minimum distance you must maintain when following a fire truck responding to an emergency? Option A. 100 feet. Option B. 200 feet. Option C. 300 feet. Option D. 500 feet. The correct answer is D. 500 feet. Virginia law requires drivers to stay at least 500 feet behind a fire truck that is responding to an emergency call with lights and siren. Following too closely can interfere with firefighting operations and is a serious violation. In Virginia, what must you do when an emergency vehicle approaches from behind with lights and siren? Option A. Speed up to move out of the way faster. Option B. Stop in the center of the road to let it pass. Option C. Pull over to the right edge and stop until it passes. Option D. Turn left at the nearest intersection. The correct answer is C. Pull over to the right edge and stop until it passes. When an emergency vehicle approaches with lights and siren, Virginia law requires you to pull to the right edge of the road and stop, remaining stopped until the vehicle has passed. Do not block intersections or stop in the middle of the road. In Virginia, what does a white rectangular sign with black text alongside the road typically indicate? Option A. A warning of an upcoming hazard. Option B. A regulatory instruction that must be obeyed. Option C. A guide or informational message about services. Option D. A construction or work zone notice. The correct answer is B. A regulatory instruction that must be obeyed. White rectangular signs with black text are regulatory signs. They communicate laws and rules that drivers must obey, such as speed limits, turn prohibitions, and lane instructions. Failing to follow them is a traffic violation. In Virginia, what does a triangular orange emblem on the back of a slow-moving vehicle indicate? Option A. The vehicle is a school bus making stops. Option B. The vehicle travels at less than 25 miles per hour. Option C. The vehicle is an emergency responder. Option D. The vehicle is carrying hazardous materials. The correct answer is B. The vehicle travels at less than 25 miles per hour. The slow-moving vehicle, SMV emblem, an orange triangle with a red border, is required on vehicles that travel at 25 miles per hour or less, such as farm equipment and horse-drawn vehicles. Drivers should slow down and pass with care. In Virginia, how far must you stop from the nearest rail at a railroad crossing with no gates or signals? Option A. 10 feet. Option B. 15 feet. Option C. 25 feet. Option D. 50 feet. The correct answer is B. 15 feet. Virginia requires stopping no closer than 15 feet from the nearest rail at a railroad crossing without gates or signals. You must look and listen in both directions before crossing. Never race a train. Trains cannot stop quickly. In Virginia, what is the correct action when your vehicle stalls on a railroad crossing with a train approaching? Option A. Stay in the vehicle and call 911 immediately. Option B. Abandon the vehicle and run at a 45-degree angle away from the tracks. Option C. Try to push the vehicle off the tracks first. Option D. Flash headlights to warn the train engineer. The correct answer is B. Abandon the vehicle and run at a 45-degree angle away from the tracks. If your vehicle stalls on railroad tracks with a train coming, exit immediately and run at a 45-degree angle in the direction the train is coming from. This keeps you clear of flying debris when the train hits the vehicle. Never stay in the car. In Virginia, what does a double solid yellow center line mean? Option A. Passing is allowed in both directions. Option B. Passing is allowed only for the vehicle on the left. Option C. No passing is permitted in either direction. Option D. Passing allowed only when no oncoming traffic is visible. The correct answer is C. No passing is permitted in either direction. A double solid yellow center line means no passing is allowed in either direction. These lines are placed where sight distance is limited or where passing is otherwise dangerous. Crossing them to pass is a moving violation. In Virginia, what does a broken yellow center line on your side of the road mean? Option A. You may pass if it is safe to do so. Option B. No passing is permitted from your side. Option C. The road narrows ahead on your side. Option D. You must yield to oncoming traffic only. The correct answer is A. You may pass if it is safe to do so. A broken, dashed, yellow center line on your side of the road means you may pass if it is safe to do so. If the line on your side is solid, you may not pass. If the oncoming side has a broken line, vehicles coming toward you may pass. In Virginia, what does a solid white line between lanes traveling in the same direction mean? Option A. Lane changes are encouraged here. Option B. Lane changes are discouraged. Stay in your lane. Option C. The right lane is ending ahead. Option D. This lane is reserved for high-occupancy vehicles. The correct answer is B. Lane changes are discouraged. Stay in your lane. A solid white line between same-direction lanes indicates that lane changes are discouraged. You should remain in your lane when solid white lines are present, such as near intersections, ramps, or areas where lane changing is unsafe. In Virginia, what is the correct action when you see a pedestrian with a white cane or guide dog at a crosswalk? Option A. Slow down but do not stop unless they step into the road. Option B. Stop and yield to the pedestrian regardless of traffic signals. Option C. Honk to alert them of your presence and proceed. Option D. Allow them to cross only at marked crosswalks with signals. The correct answer is B. Stop and yield to the pedestrian regardless of traffic signals. Virginia law requires all drivers to stop and yield to visually impaired pedestrians using a white cane or guide dog at any intersection or crosswalk. This applies even if the pedestrian has not yet stepped off the curb. Failure to yield is a serious violation. In Virginia, what does license revocation mean as opposed to suspension? Option A. Revocation is temporary. Suspension is permanent. Option B. Both terms mean the same thing in Virginia. Option C. Suspension is temporary. Revocation is the complete cancellation of driving privileges. Revocation means only night driving is prohibited. The correct answer is C. Suspension is temporary. Revocation is the complete cancellation of driving privileges. Suspension is a temporary withdrawal of driving privileges for a specific period. Revocation is the complete cancellation of a driver's license. After a revocation period, the driver must reapply for a new license, including retaking all tests. In Virginia, what does a blue rectangular highway sign indicate? Option A. Upcoming road construction zone. Option B. Motorist services such as gas, food, or lodging. Option C. Directional information to a city or destination. Option D. A national or state park or recreational area. The correct answer is B. Motorist services such as gas, food, or lodging. Blue highway signs in Virginia indicate motorist services, gas, food, lodging, hospitals, phone, and rest areas. Green signs are directional/guide signs. Brown signs indicate recreational or cultural areas. In Virginia, what must a driver do immediately after being involved in a crash that results in injury or death? Option A. Drive to the nearest police station to report it. Option B. Stop, render aid, and immediately report to law enforcement. Option C. Leave contact information only if property damage is under $1,500. Option D. Wait at the scene only if another driver asks for information. The correct answer is B. Stop, render aid, and immediately report to law enforcement. Virginia law requires any driver involved in a crash causing injury or death to immediately stop at the scene, render reasonable aid to injured persons, and call law enforcement. Leaving the scene of an injury accident is a felony in Virginia. In Virginia, what is the minimum property damage amount that requires a crash to be reported to the DMV? Option A. Over $500 to any person's property. Option B. Over $1,000 to your own vehicle only. Option C. Over $1,500 combined damage. Option D. Any damage requiring a tow truck. The correct answer is C. Over $1,500 combined damage. In Virginia, a crash report must be filed with the DMV within 10 days if the crash results in injury, death, or property damage of $1,500 or more. Police will file a report if they respond, but drivers may need to file separately if no officer responds. In Virginia, what is the BAC limit for commercial motor vehicle drivers? Option A. 0. 8%. Option B. 0. 6%. Option C. 0. 4%. Option D. 0. 2%. The correct answer is C. 0. 4%. Virginia and federal law set the BAC limit for commercial motor vehicle drivers at 0. 4%, half the standard 0. 8% limit. A commercial driver convicted of DUI while operating a CMV faces CDL disqualification in addition to standard DUI penalties. In Virginia, what is the correct response when your vehicle begins to hydroplane on a wet road? Option A. Brake firmly and turn sharply to regain traction. Option B. Accelerate through the puddle to clear the tires. Option C. Ease off the gas, hold the wheel straight, and do not brake hard. Option D. Shift to a lower gear immediately and apply the parking brake. The correct answer is C. Ease off the gas, hold the wheel straight, and do not brake hard. When hydroplaning, ease off the accelerator gradually, hold the steering wheel straight, and avoid hard braking. Hard braking or sharp steering while hydroplaning can cause a skid or loss of control. Allow the tires to regain contact with the road naturally. In Virginia, what is the consequence of a first offense DUI conviction? Option A. Warning letter and $100 fine only. Option B. Fine up to $2,500, mandatory 12-month license suspension, and possible jail time. Option C. 30-day license suspension and a $250 fine only. Option D. Community service and ignition interlock only for first offense. The correct answer is B. Fine up to $2,500, mandatory 12-month license suspension, and possible jail time. A first DUI conviction in Virginia carries a mandatory fine of at least $250, up to $2,500, a 12-month license revocation, and potential jail time. If BAC is 0, 15% is 0, 20%, a mandatory 5-day jail minimum applies. BAC 0, 21% plus means 10 mandatory days in jail. Outstanding! You completed all 50 Virginia DMV Written Test, Volume 1. Subscribe to the USA Driving Test for free practice tests for all 50 states. Good luck on your exam.